With the whole question of psychic phenomena hitting off with the entertainment industry and reality TV, it wasn't long before I found myself glued to the popular commercial TV program, The One, the search for Australia's best psychic. But I wanted to go behind the scenes, so I tracked down one of the final contestants, Katrina Cavonough, to learn more about her story.
My name is Katrina Cavonough. I'm an intuitive specialist and life strategist. I'm 38 years of age. For my work as an intuitive specialist, that involves me working with people individually, doing sessions like this, like doing readings, but also doing workshops. I'm the one I was described as psychic, and I'm not very keen on that word anymore. No, because I think it's got negative connotations in the industry. I've always felt that I'm intuitive, so I didn't have those words when I was a child, of course, but I used to describe it as being able to sense spirits. So for as long as I can remember, I've had that feeling. So as a child, at night time I'd always feel it, and I'd lie in bed and feel very, very frightened of the feeling that I had, because it was very, very scary. And kind of from then on, the family just sort of accepted that Katrina could see ghosts, as we called it back then. But it was never a big thing about it, but just that happened just became part of our story, I guess. I'm a fourth generation intuitive, essentially. So I have an aunt who's still on the planet, she's with us, and she's a very good clairvoyant and psychic. She lives in Tasmania, and she has been a great form of support for me, particularly in my teenage years. My grandfather was a very strong Anglican parishioner, and he would always go along to church and, was a leader in the church and an elder and all that sort of thing. But what a lot of people didn't know is that he also read the cards. Okay, so he would read the cards with me, and really he started doing that with me when I was in my early 20s, and that was beautiful. It was just, and it was again just an open acceptance of it. No, there's nothing ever bad about it or evil about it or wrong about it. So it was just part of our family experience. And then my great-grandmother was actually married to a Methodist minister, and she used to read tea leaves at the church fete. How she ever got away with that, I'll never know. What's really interesting is that 10 years of my work, I worked as an on-call social worker, and what that meant, a busy hospital. And what that meant was I was always on call whenever there was trauma or tragedy, really. I did the maths on how many deaths I've actually attended to in that 10-year time, and I worked out that over that time I've probably attended to about over 400 deaths. So that's huge. So what I mean by attended to, I mean that from babies right through to the elderly and every age in between. And what that did was, first of all, apart from giving me the obvious, which is a massive appreciation for life and every day being so precious, it gave me a up close and personal experience of death on a physical level, but also a spiritual level. So for me, what that means is when I'm sitting with someone doing a connection with them, I've been there when people have said goodbye to their loved ones. My professional colleagues didn't know that was also happening for me, but there's a lot of spiritual connection for me at the same time. So I would actually be working with or aware of and supporting people's soul and spirit as they left their body, and helping them make sense of what was happening for them. So conversations like, I think I'm dying, yes, it looks that way. But the other area that really, really interests me is people being able to connect in with themselves as energy and souls, and feel their own power to affect real change in their life, to use the power of intentions to absolutely manifest and create experiences in their life that will change their life. Because through knowing their own intuition, they can really do things from make better decisions about their life and follow their guidance, right through to working as a psychic, or being of service, using their psychic ability or intuition with other people. I think the collective conscious is changing in that way. We're realising that our thoughts are really powerful, that we can determine a lot of our lives, that it's not up to some external force that sits way, way, way up there, and is really detached from us. Spirituality, I think these days, it's about that sense of connectedness, whereas religion's about, I think, disconnection and separateness, because you're a mere mortal human who has to achieve certain things to get to be with thou that is up there,